Life is what happens to you while you are busy making other plans. What a beautiful day to begin with. Thank you so much for being with us. And today I am going to review recently released movie Vaazhl. But a beautiful quote by John Lennon said it that narrates very well about the story of this movie, that we have to live the fullest, and the most important thing is the story revolves around two different characters from two different generations. But overall, in this movie, you could see four characters in this because it defines that every person that comes in your life has a tendency to change your fate, your luck, your journey, and that happened with Prakash. So I would think that way they really wanted to give you a lot of details that you really need to match. Prakash and the another guy is Yatra. Both are living in the same oppressed culture, like a pressure cooker. They have a pressure at workspace. In the cage of concrete, Prakash is suffering mentally, socially, and emotionally, and couldn't move out of that circle. Even recalling his childhood, also. That energy that he had, instead of consuming it for the betterment, it is shrinking. Why? Because the system is something like that. His girlfriend, a toxic relation, always thinking about herself instead of listening to him. That it's also important that we should put ourselves in someone else's shoes to understand that what and how he is feeling instead of always murmuring about yourself. Whereas at workspace also, he has a work stress, so it also defines in our that there should be workspace ethics also, that if things are not happening, at least the boss should be flexible. And on the same time, while girlfriend is also calling, why you are ignoring me, I wanted to see you here, come over here. So some people are just like this instead of listening to others. And at home also, he has plenty of other things to think about, and once he comes back, there is another drama waiting for him. Siblings, they are fight, and there is sense of not understanding each other is also defined here. And even though if he thinks about her sisters, a betterment of her future, the decision that she makes, everybody feels annoyed with it. And now all the peoples have gathered there. From the workspace to home, stress is still there. He has no liberty or no any sense of freedom. So that girl has a relationship with another guy, and when the guy came also, they said, for this guy you were just making a drama for all this time. And then the family was also upset, and they just all the people gathered from different places also. So it matters the most for your happiness. You are creating a drama so that all the people will come and solve the issue. From one place to another, Prakash is saddened with his life. Unfortunately, they got the call that there was a wedding, and the wedding is postponed due to the issue that there is the grandfather has suddenly died. So kindly just go. And it is also important, if the elders are not going, someone mature from family should go there. He went there. He said, okay, it will be finished. But that was his turning point, the way he was living his life. He saw a beautiful girl there, a Yatrama, and he thought that he should really approach that girl. But once he get trying to get closer to her, she found out that he is her cousin. So he was now reluctant to meet her because he found out that, oh, she knows my family. But later found out that this girl is married, and she has had a child, Yatra, and that child create a huge mess uh, at the funeral. So his father was beating there. So there is an important message here. It is also being told that parents, if they are very much indulged in their work life, they should give parallel importance to the development of children. It is not important that you will just make up money and in the end you will have no happiness for their children. So this child was super active, and they didn't know how to go through therapy. The husband, the father of the child, didn't know what it's all about. He just wanted his child to just follow his orders, and that's how his workspace is. And now there was so much drama at that place also. Once they went back home also, the child created more mess in the house. So there was a brawl at home, and suddenly he was being hit by his wife while she was protecting a child, her own baby. Thus, that man, the husband of Yatrama, died. She packed him up, put him in a refrigerator, and fled from the place. But now she's thinking what should do. Recently she met Prakash, so got a scapegoat. So this scapegoat was taking her to another destination because he thought that she just asking formally help because they are cousins. She also borrowed money from him, but instead of saying truth, she said that I am just going to give this money to my friend. I said, okay, could you please help me? Throughout the journey, he was with her, and then found out that why she is just taking money from one place to another instead of sending in bank. So thus started coming truth that what happened. But during that time, she was hit with a truck and lost her life. What happened between the child and the mother and the father, and how this man is in this trouble? The story revolves the way to live the life. But at the road, he was being found by the police, and they found out that there is a news going on social media, that and the news also what happened back home there. So they thought that maybe he is the culprit who just killed them and then took this child away and wife away. But later on, instead of facing the truth, he wanted to run away. At that time, another person comes in his life, Tanya, someone who wanted to give the different direction of life to his life. So that's what the time started now. He is away from his concrete jungle into the nature, embracing nature, the freedom, and all this. And that's a beautiful thing that the director has done here. He has shown so much beautiful places. Took them to PNG, Papua New Guinea, showed them different places, how the people in the remote jungles live in the tribes. They don't want to have all these materialistic things around them. Storms come, anything comes, they live their natural way. Instead of relying more on the materialistic or urban things. That's what the life is all about. So he went through a problem there. How he escaped. He almost at the verge of losing his life. But right now, Yatra and Prakash both were in the same barriers, the barriers of society, the barriers of oppression and the pressure that has been given to them by the people around them, even their own loved ones. So both of them were living a life according to them. And there, both of them were fine. All the stress was gone. The problem that Yatra had from his father was also gone. And Prakash as well. So two different poles, two different people with a similar problem, they were united by this incident. And Tanya is an amazing good Samaritan that came into their life, teaching them how to walk the life that you really need to walk. Instead of thinking about the things around them, you can live in a minimalist level of your life, the way you really wanted to live. You don't want big things around you. And the most important thing is, if all those people who care about you, they will really listen to you. Be a good listener. Maybe someone is having a very worst nightmare of their life. And it happened with Prakash also. he was almost dying, and he somehow got the connection with his beloved girlfriend, and then she started another mess. I hope you will really enjoy this. I personally like this because this message is a very big and huge. It opens a new horizon to understand others and to give freedom to the life. And the most important thing, there is another character during the journey. They stop by. That's how our life is all about. We stop at different junction, different stations. There was an old man. He knocked the door, got his help, and then he told the story of a pigeon. If people who are loyal to you, no matter whatever the wounds they have, whatever the problems they have, they will definitely come to you. And sometimes your words can really give freedom to someone. And the cage that they have put themselves inside, and the cage of materialistic things, and the things that they feel comfortable with, are not the life. So through their words, someone got life. Through their actions, someone was being saved. And through his parable, there was a message that was delivered to them. Thank you so much. It is a long video. Thank you so much for bearing me, and have a great day. Take care of your loved ones and stay safe. Bye bye.